Tell people you love them. Call your friends, text your friends, hug them, kiss them. Be nice to the people at the DMV.
10 celebrities who insulted Ellen DeGeneres on her own show. It is hard to believe, but there have been celebs who are bold enough to call out Ellen DeGeneres on her show. Join us as we present to you 10 celebrities who insulted Ellen DeGeneres on her own show.
Do you want to win any of these items on your screen? If so, be sure to watch the whole video, leave a like, and comment the hidden message. And with that being said, let's get right into the video.
Number 10. Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake is one of DeGeneres' favorite guests, so it made for an especially popcorn-worthy moment when he insulted her for not knowing the lyrics to one of his songs. While telling the story of how DeGeneres sent him a tequila-inspired sing-along of his jam, Can't Stop the Feeling, Timberlake revealed that she repeatedly sang the line, "Just electric, just electric, just electric." It pretty clearly says, "just imagine," Timberlake said to correct the visibly embarrassed host. DeGeneres then pleaded with the audience to validate the error, to which Timberlake replied, "I don't think anyone raised their hand." Of course, it was all in good fun, but DeGeneres' own house DJ twisted the knife by queuing up the song to the exact moment and doubling down on the exposure of his boss's folly. The lesson here? If alcohol is your karaoke partner, maybe don't send a video of your duet to the original recording artist. Number 9. Katy Perry. This one is probably a hilarious reason for a celeb to have insulted Ellen DeGeneres on her show, because it came courtesy of Katy Perry when DeGeneres forgot about her marriage to Russell Brand. Yup, you read that right. DeGeneres completely spaced on the fact that the most famous pop music star in the world married the guy from Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Even Perry couldn't believe it when DeGeneres asked her, "Were you married?" "His name was Russell Brand," Perry whispered before miming scissors with her hands, then yelling, "Remember, you gave me some wedding gifts on this show." Then she awkwardly repeated the word "cool" 5 times while looking around incredulously. DeGeneres, now beet red, said, "That'll be cut out." DeGeneres later published it on the show's YouTube channel to live on in internet infamy. Number 8. Dakota Johnson. In 2019, as most Americans prepared to celebrate Thanksgiving, a time when we're supposed to reflect on the blessings in our lives, actress Dakota Johnson was waging a thrilling and terrifying war on the battlefield known as The Ellen Show. Ellen DeGeneres incorrectly told Dakota Johnson that she didn't score an invite to the actor's 30th birthday party, and Johnson called her out. "You turned 30, and how was the party?" "I wasn't invited," DeGeneres told Johnson, whose birthday was October 4th. The Peanut Butter Falcon star responded, "Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen. You were invited. Last time I was on the show, last year, you taunted me about not inviting you. But I didn't even know you wanted to be invited." Johnson added that she didn't know that DeGeneres liked her, and she insisted that she gave the comedian a heads up this time around. However, she then got clarification from a crew member who said she couldn't attend because she was out of town. The host finally admitted that she was, in fact, invited and thanked Johnson.
No, I think I do remember I was invited. Thank you.
Number 7. Hasan Minhaj. Considering how famous she is, one would think comedian Ellen DeGeneres would do her research before hosting someone with a non-English name. But Ellen got it wrong this time. Just a few seconds into the episode, DeGeneres introduced the comedian by his name, Hasan Minhaj, pronouncing both his first name and last name incorrectly. He replied, "No," and she countered, "Yes." He pressed on, insisting it was essential to correct her pronunciation there and then with an audience present. "I actually want to do this on national television," Minhaj told DeGeneres. "And this is actually a big deal because my parents are here." He continued by giving the correct pronunciation, Hasan Minhaj, and then quipping, "If you can pronounce Ansel Elgort, you can pronounce Hasan Minhaj." After repeating it a couple of times, Minhaj then asked DeGeneres to try again. Her response? Hasan Minhaj. The third time was quite a charm for DeGeneres, though, as she eventually pronounced the name correctly.
Hasan Minhaj.
Hasan Minhaj.
Yes, that's it.
Hasan?
Yes.
Number 6. Wanda Sykes. When comedian Wanda Sykes stopped by The Ellen Show, she brought a prop with her. Sykes roasted DeGeneres for her tour, telling the host, "You toured for your special," using air quotes. When DeGeneres tried to deny that she toured, Sykes revealed the tour jacket that DeGeneres gifted her. "It wasn't a tour," DeGeneres said, but sure enough, it says "Relatable Tour" on the back of Sykes' jacket. As if the situation weren't awkward enough with DeGeneres' denial and Sykes' insistence, the Ellen Show guest continued, pointing out the 4 cities on the tour, 3 of which were in California, where DeGeneres lives. In her defense, DeGeneres claimed to be very busy.
Today on tour? I was very busy. I had to shoot Game of Games, and I have this show, and...
Number 5. Michelle Obama. DeGeneres took former First Lady Michelle Obama to CVS in 2016, but the outing devolved from a lighthearted segment to a tense trip. After putting up with DeGeneres' antics in the crowded store, which included dumping products on the floor and eating food without paying for it, Obama seemed to hit her limit when DeGeneres asked about putting her own face on money.
Can you get my face on money?
No, I can't.
Why not?
You'd have to do something grand like Harriet Tubman, Obama said when DeGeneres asked why she can't be on a dollar bill. When DeGeneres said she makes the world happy every day, it wasn't enough for Obama. You'd have to have freed some slaves, she said, later adding, you know, you're really annoying. It's like taking a 3-year-old to the store. Number 4. Celine Dion. DeGeneres learned the hard way that you don't joke about Celine Dion's kids. When the Canadian singer was a guest on The Ellen Show back in 2007, DeGeneres poked fun at her son's hair, asking when she was going to cut it.
Seems like you're busy with something because you're forgetting to cut your son's hair.
You know, I have to say, it's amazing, right? Some people shave the head of their children, and some people say, oh, isn't that terrible? Well, I don't even cut my son's hair, and they say, oh, when is she going to cut her son's hair? An exasperated Dion said, whatever I will do, I won't please everyone. Dion explained that she left the decision up to her son. Renee Charles makes his own decisions most of the time, she said. When he's ready, I'll cut it.
Do you know that Renee Charles makes his own decisions most of the time?
Renee Charles is your son's name?
My son?
Yeah.
When he's
Sure.
ready, I'll cut it.
Number 3. Wendy Williams. In 2013, Williams first appeared on The Ellen Show. DeGeneres slyly called out the radio host for being mean, asking if Williams had ever gotten in trouble for speaking badly about other celebs. This quickly shifted the tone of what was meant to be a lighthearted segment. During a game of Heads Up, Williams shaded DeGeneres when trying to get her to guess Justin Bieber's name. Williams said, some people say he looks like you. DeGeneres looked confused. Williams then asked the audience, I've heard that. You've never heard that? Later, they both agreed that Justin's cute and adorable. It appears that DeGeneres met her match that day.
Do I look like Justin Bieber?
No, they have made the equation.
Oh, well.
That's in a good way.
I don't mind that.
He's cute.
He's adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2. Priyanka Chopra. The Ellen DeGeneres Show episode featuring the host welcoming Priyanka Chopra on set for an interview to discuss her wedding with Nick Jonas gained a lot of attention. In that discussion between the two, Chopra talked about the couple's multi-day wedding in India. DeGeneres brought up the fact that she was not invited to the wedding as the topic of the guest list came up. Chopra said it was a much smaller wedding than a typical one in the country, which can see up to 1,000 attendees. DeGeneres would go on to joke with her about herself not being included in their big day, to which Chopra quipped back, "We were so offended that you didn't even respond to our invite though." The host denied anything was ever sent as Chopra continued to infer that one was delivered, joking that her and Jonas, who had a connection with DeGeneres as she was once his landlord, didn't feel that they were good enough for Ellen. She added, "I was very offended for him, honestly, but I'm just the wife, I don't really know anything." The conversation ended there, but DeGeneres' reaction during this conversation was priceless. Number 1. Blake Shelton. In December 2019, Shelton was on The Ellen Show to give updates on his life and career. At one point in the interview, DeGeneres mentioned a gift she had given him the last time he appeared on the show, a clock featuring his and Gwen Stefani's faces. It was supposed to symbolize that time was ticking away and that Shelton and Stefani, who began dating in 2015, needed to get engaged. "Remember that clock I gave you? To remind you, time is ticking," DeGeneres asked. "But you didn't give it to me. I walked backstage and somebody back there was like, 'Hey, thanks for being on the show, can I have that?' And they took it. And I haven't seen it," Shelton replied. So time didn't really start ticking at that moment. DeGeneres seemed to have no idea about what had happened as she asked, "We haven't given it to you? Well, that's not right. Why do we need it?" Shelton then called out DeGeneres for recycling the clock and giving it to another guest, as she pushed back and said, "No." But then she doubled back and mentioned that she had indeed given the clock to Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez, and that it had worked. "Now she's engaged," she continued before changing the subject. So, what do you think? Are you a fan of the Ellen DeGeneres Show? What do you think of these guests who called out Ellen on her own show? Which among these was the meanest incident of all? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to get notified every time we post a new video. Goodbye until next time.
A simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's really your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Go for it.